tonight we're going to do 3 soups. Talk about a few things to go with them. They're super easy. These are things you can throw in a pot and you can have them on the table in no time. If you want them to simmer quite a while, you can put them in a crock pot or, you know, go on about your business. But these are really, really easy, and they're made super easy so that you will make them at home. So tonight we're doing 6-can chicken tortilla soup, hence it's 6 cans, vegetable meatball soup, and we're going to do a quick taco soup. You know, we talked about, we've done tomato soup, different kinds of tomato soups before. We've done chicken noodle, we've done minestrone, tons of different kinds of potato soup. So these are a little bit different. We did a hash brown potato soup here not long ago. So anyway, tonight we're going to start with our 6-can chicken tortilla soup. This is going to be really, really easy. Turn my stove on here. We're going to take 1 can of drained corn, and these are all just standard size cans tonight. And if you want to add a little more of this or a little less of that, that's all right too, because it's soup, you know. So 1 can of corn, I have drained that. 2 cans of chicken broth. I just used the Food Club chicken broth. Like I said, these are really, really easy. We're going to use 1 can of chunk chicken. Now, it says 1 can of chunk chicken, 10 ounces. Well, here's the kicker. The little cans are 5 ounces each. The big can is 12.5. I figure you just might as well go ahead and buy the 12.5. You know, there's not going to be that much of a difference. It's not going to affect this soup much. I'm going to chunk it up just a little bit. Now, I do drain this because I think it smells like tuna fish. It's good after I get it in there, but much big chunks sometimes in the can. So I drain mine. You don't have to if you don't, but I don't like that thick juice. So once again, I use Food Club. Great product. 1 can of chunk chicken. Now we're going to do 1 can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. And guess what I didn't do? I did not drain that. I apologize. Let me drain that real quick. All right, there we go. This is the petite diced tomatoes, and it has green chilies in it. It's not the green chilies in a little can. So it doesn't have quite the kick that the regular green chilies has. Now, 1 can of, do what? What size can was that? I think it's about 14.5 ounce, 15 ounce can. Now, then you use 1 can of black beans. You can leave the juice in with those. Somebody was asking me earlier, if you don't want to use black beans, what can you use? You can use kidney beans if you like. All right, this soup is a beautiful, you just heat this soup till warm. I mean, there's literally nothing you do to this soup. I mean, you throw it together. But, I'm sorry, let me go get a bowl. Apologize. We're gonna, well, she's took my bowls. And he's got me on camera wondering where I'm at now. She just disappeared. All right. Sorry about that. I thought she had left my bowls over here. Now, a great way to serve this. We've tried these before. How many of you all have tried our fried in-store made tortilla chips? What? Yes. Yes. All right. Now I just take the tortilla chips, kind of crunch them up a little bit. You can also buy the tortilla strips that are in the salad dressing aisle. I'll fix in this store. You don't have to crunch them up, but I do. Put them in the bowl, and then just add some of this soup over it. And then you can add cheese, shredded cheese if you like. But it's a really nice soup, and you know it doesn't take a lot to make this soup. Let it simmer, and it's ready to go. That's one of the things I love. And of course you have to have cheese. I have to have cheese, you know. I'm a cheese fanatic, so sour cream would be good with that. So you chop it, it makes about 6, this is a whole pot of soup. So 6 servings or however many you want to feed with that one pot. But it is, you know, it is a good pot of soup. Does anybody have any questions about that soup? I'm just flying by. Yes, ma'am. Nancy, we're so glad you're here. We heard that you got a phone call, a voicemail.
Trying to be good. She started it. Okay. Now, if you're going to do it in a crock pot, and it says until you know, thoroughly done. I mean, it doesn't matter just if it's on low, how long you let it go.
Right. It's not going to matter.
Okay.
And it's got enough liquid, it's not going to matter. Okay? Yeah, this is a great crock pot soup too, you know. And in fact, well, this one I ran out of crock pots. I was telling somebody we've got another one and I don't know where it's at the moment, so I had to put it in another pot. But most of my soups, even if I cook them on the stove, I'll transfer them to a crock pot just to keep them warm. All right. Any more questions? Yes, ma'am.
So if you left in the morning and went to work, in about 8 hours, it'd still be all right?
I think it would be just fine. You might want to add just a little bit more chicken broth, you know, but I think it would be just fine. Just on low. All right.
You could probably just leave the juice from the tomatoes and green chilies.
Right. If you left the juice from the tomatoes and the chilies and even from the chicken, that would be, you know, that would be enough in there. All right. On to our vegetable meatball soup. Another super easy soup.